Are we really falling in love in our Tantra workshop? Or is it fake? Is it an illusion? What is going on? I was asked this question this summer in one of the Tantra festivals by a participant who hadn't been to Tantra events before and was quite blown away by the level of connection he was experiencing. And in one of the workshops, he felt his heart fully open with this woman and felt so much love. Naturally, he wanted to follow that love and follow up with connection, just like you would if you fell in love in the real world. Like, I want more of that. Let's move towards each other. Let's build something. So he shared with this woman, and she was like, "Oh wait, no, I want to circulate and have different partners over this festival and have different experiences." So he was kind of shocked. He came to speak to me, like, "Is that real love? Like, why do I feel so much in my heart? You know, is this how it is in this Tantra world? Like, what's going on?" Great question. So I spoke with him for like an hour and a half. Probably won't make an hour and a half long video, but I did want to speak into it and share this because I felt that his question was extremely relevant and good question to be asking, and we had a great talk about it. I have actually, many years ago, I wrote a blog on, are we falling in love in our Tantra workshop, or is it an illusion? Because it's a phenomenon that I came across as well when I was first in Tantra, like, my God, my heart is opening. I'm looking in the eyes of this person. I'm feeling this connection. And then the bell goes, and then you move to another partner, and it's like, but I felt love. And, you know, we're all looking for that love out there in the real world. So what are we doing here in Tantra workshops? So how do I answer this first question? Is that love fake? No, it's not fake. That love that you're experiencing in that workshop setting is our true nature. That is the love of the universe. Source, God, universe, whatever you want to call it, is like the source of love. And here in manifestation, we get to experience the manifestation of love. We also get to experience, of course, states of separation. So we have suffering, and we have pain, and we have war, and we have conflict, and we have all of these other things that are not love. So we have love and we have not love. We have, you know, that's what this universe is made of. And in our souls, we're all longing for that love because it is our true nature. So there's a very deeply spiritual side to searching for love. On the more romantic, like mainstream approach of love, we're like looking for one person to fall in love with, and then you move in with them, and then maybe get married, and then maybe have kids, and there's like a trajectory of that love journey, the more, say, romantic journey, which can be a very beautiful journey of love. In the spiritual world, it's like a little bit, there's more nuance to it. You're not just looking to like fall in love and live happy ever after. You're looking to see, how much love can I experience? How can I open this heart more? What blockages do I have in my heart? What are the past traumas, betrayals, heartbreaks that I've had that have made me shrink and close my heart? How can I open my heart and let more love through? How can I be more a loving person? How can I connect to unconditional love and compassion? How can I really tune into the source of that love and find my connection to source or great spirit through love itself? How do I know myself as love? How do I discover self-love? Like, what is self-love? And so on and so forth. So there's a little bit more to the journey of love for a tantrika than for many who are just searching for someone to fall in love with. However, it doesn't mean that as a tantrika you can't fall in love and build a relationship. But I'll get back to that. I want to answer the question, is it fake? So no, it's not fake. But the situation that we set up in a workshop or a Tantra festival, it's not fake, but it is a container that we, the facilitators, are creating. So it is not also the same as your everyday reality. We as facilitators are trained to create what we call a container or a held space. It could be a ritual, it could be a workshop, but the space, it could be a temple. The spaces we are creating have a beginning, a middle, and an end. They have intention behind them. We often draw energy in. We often call Great Spirit to hold that space as well. And we give exercises and processes that are going to take you on a journey to open your heart or awaken your energy or, you know, connect with others and whatever. There's different intentions, different workshops, of course, but stick on the love theme for now. We might do, say, a heart puja where you meet different people and you look in each other's eyes, you share things verbally, you put your hand on their heart and look in their eyes, you share what's vulnerable for yourself, different things that help you to unmask and remove layers of defense that have been on your heart, and to feel safe to open the heart and be seen with an open heart. And when two open hearts meet together, love flows. Love is not a thing, it's more of a flow. It's more like when energy flows through the heart chakra or through the heart center, it feels like love. It is love. So it's divine energy, universal energy flowing in this particular place called our heart, and that generates love. So we're becoming love generators. So that love is real. It is not a fake thing. But it is, the reason you're feeling so much love is because there's a safety created by the container that the facilitator put there. So it's not the same as being out in the world and just bumping into someone in a cafe. You don't like reveal all your vulnerability and take off your layers and gaze in their eyes and feel all this love. You make small talk, like, hey, whatever, you just, and that's quite normal. And we are taking people deeper than that small talk. We're creating this space where you can really take off the layers and go really, really deep. And so you can look at a Tantra workshop as a purpose being for you to have the embodied experience of what it feels like to live with an open heart, or to live with activated energy, or to live with an open third eye, or whatever the thing is that we're doing. So we are helping you to feel what layers are there and what it feels like when the layers aren't there, and that beautiful flow of love, so you know what it feels like, you know how it feels to meet someone else in it. You also have some healing, maybe some tears are flowing, and there's layers of defense melting away. Some of those layers won't come back. Some of them are healed in that workshop because you're seen and you release them and they're gone. So there are healings that are permanent and you feel more open. So that's why you see people who practice Tantra a lot actually changing over time. And other layers will come back when you step out of that field and out of that container, because you don't feel as safe. So you may be walking around this Tantra festival feeling in love with everyone, feeling like love itself. I've known that feeling, like radiant love. And then you get on the train, you leave the festival, you go back in the city, everyone's walking around like this on their way to somewhere, and you feel like, it doesn't feel so safe to be wide open anymore. And like might be a subtle kind of closing, and sometimes it can be a bit harsh, like, oh, but this can close up again. And then maybe you move into intimacy, maybe you connect, maybe let's say you met someone at the festival and then you connect with them a week later. You're like, well, let's see each other, and you go out on a date, but you notice, I'm not feeling that same level of love, I'm not feeling that same level of energy. That's because of the container. Now, what I would love as a facilitator is to empower you, or to empower my participants, to create those containers for themselves. So it's important that you don't just go to Tantra events to become like an energy addict, to just be like an experience addict, rather, to like, just keep going. I'll just keep going to another Tantra event and then feeling all that love, feeling all that connection. And then I get home and I'm lonely, I'll go back to another event. I mean, that would keep us in business, right? But I still don't want that for you. I want you to integrate and take some of these tools and learn how to do it in your own life. How can you create a container? So things like when you meet with someone, picking a space that feels safe and dropped in, rather than a loud noisy bar. For example, a small cozy cafe where you can sit on a couch, or inviting them to your home, lighting candles, making a space, creating a container. Let's set an intention for this meeting tonight. Maybe even doing a ritual. Let's hold hands, take a breath together. There's different sliding scales, from just like having some candles and soft music and meeting, to all the way guiding a ritual, or playing an online guided ritual, or an online course that you can do together. But you can learn how to start creating containers for heart opening, for energy flowing. It's one of the reasons why I teach tantric couples retreats on the tantricouple.com, is because I want to empower couples to turn their bedroom into a temple, and to learn how to step out of ordinary reality, which is all about like getting the kids to school and paying the bills and getting to work, which needs to happen. How do you step out of ordinary reality and create magical reality, create a field of deeper love and deeper connection, and perhaps more activated sexual energy too, whatever you're creating with your partner. So this is something that you can do for yourself. And so, don't get addicted to going into other people's spaces. Yes, go for them, get the initiation, have the feeling, feel what it feels like, integrate that, but also learn how to create a field for yourself. And that's done not only through connection practices, but also through solo practices. I've noticed that people who train in Tantra, those who have a daily self practice, like Tantric Yoga or Tao Qigong, Tao Sexual Arts Qigong, those people really are better at creating a field for themselves. They know how to transform their negative emotions back into higher frequency emotions. They know how to transform pain into love. They know how to like shift their field. They, become a master of your own energy. then you can create your own reality, because energy literally creates your reality. So this is super important for you to do for yourself, to learn to do for yourself. So it's not fake, but it's also not the end. It's just a little taster for you to have that experience. And one of the shadows I can see in the Tantra world is that when some people kind of like just like drop building their own containers. They're like, oh, I'm not even going to have relationships anymore. I'm just going to be totally polyamorous and just go from one temple night to another, one Tantra event to another, one ISTA to another, one whatever to another, and just keep going to events where other people are creating the container and they can have these deep experiences. I mean, it makes sense, right? We're all longing for connection, and suddenly you find a world where, oh my God, I feel connected, and it's natural. You might want to just keep diving into it. But I would encourage a little caution around that. One thing is you can depersonalize, so you can become like totally transpersonal, like every man is Shiva, every woman is Shakti, everyone's my lover, and you can form a bit of a dissociative state, leaving behind your precious personal, and everyone else's personal too. And we do have a deep need for personal love. And by that I mean to be loved for who we are, not just like love the goddess in me, but love the little girl in me that needs to be held. Love the woman in me. Love the personal about me, who I've become and what I've cultivated and what I need in life and what I love in life, and see the person as well. This is a big need, and if you jump into transpersonal spaces for all of your intimacy, you're going to become too transpersonal and dissociative. And what I've noticed from people who do that for a long time, I've seen people who've been in this field forever and they just go from one event to another, is like this deep pain is actually building up, because it's the pain of not having personal connections. So yes, the transpersonal is amazing. It reminds us of what love feels like. It connects us to the divine, and you still have needs for personal love. And that comes from creating relationships, attachments. It's not a dirty word. It's not unspiritual to have attachments. We can have healthy, secure attachments and build beautiful trust containers in which to deepen our love with another human being on a personal level. So I'd love to encourage you to do all of these things, the transpersonal and the personal, cultivating your own relationships, creating your own containers. So I hope that's been helpful for some of you who have been wondering about this. And thank you for taking care of your hearts and everyone else's.